We build a system where a PM describes a feature idea and AI with the human supervision handles everything. From breaking it down in tasks, to writing the code, to deploying a live preview you can click. Let me show you now how it works. This is SafeChat, our internal chat application that lets employees interact safely with LM while keeping the data safe. Now I'm going to add a new feature to it. Let's say I want to be able to download the conversation locally. I want to be able to download my chat conversation in the SafeChat application. Now the system asks me a couple of clarifying questions to make sure the scope is right, and then drafts a structured summary for my approval. Alright, first question. What format should users download conversation in? Say I want Markdown. And second, should they be able to download a single conversation or multiple/all conversations at once? Say single. The third question, are there any restrictions needed? Yes. Only the user can download their own chat. Now we have the draft titled Export Conversation as Markdown, with the description that includes overview, goals, what's out of scope, and some technical context. Let's create it. Right. So the epic is created, ATS 157. The system is analyzing the code base and will break it down into smaller, ready-to-build tasks automatically. Let's see the actual Jira ticket. Here it is. And it's currently placed in the backlog, and the codex in the background is splitting the epic into child stories that are ready to be developed. And once it finishes, it will move the epic and the stories to the refined column. And also, if I want it, I can track the live progress of the system. Alright, now let's check on the ticket. So the codex finished analyzing the feature and generated the tasks. Let's see the child stories now. ATS 158 is the backend, and the description includes user story, technical implementation, exception criteria, files to modify, and API contracts. And there's also another story for front-end changes. And when we're ready, we can move the stories to be developed by Codex. So now we see that each task was picked up by Codex and is currently in progress, which means Codex is analyzing the code base for each of these tasks, implementing the feature, implementing the tests, running them, fixing them, and then once it finishes, we'll get a link to the pull request in GitHub. Now let's check back on the status of the ticket. So we can see that the ticket is in review, the feature has been implemented, and is now under review. Let's see, I want to see the pull requests. Here it is. After I review the pull requests, I want to see a live preview of the application. The ticket is now in preview stage and it's being deployed to preview environment. And once both frontend and backend are live, we'll be able to access and test it end to end. Let me also show you the metrics dashboard. This is the executive dashboard. It shows how many stories and epics we have developed, success rate, total AI spent, daily AI spent in the last 14 days, number of runs by pipeline, cost by step in the story implementation, cost per repository, and recent stories with the duration and AI cost. This system works for any feature, any number of features in parallel and across multiple repositories. The PM can stay in Jira and the chat interface, and the developer can also use these tools, but as well has the ability to modify the code manually or ask the codecs to do it.